Good morning, folks, and welcome back. Today we are going to do a little bit of wiring. We have our Ecmlink package over here, and if you recall, we took our chip out and we hooked all this stuff up in the last video, but we were left with this little diagram in this nice little bag with a wire in it. And this is actually our clutch cut wire, and we're going to go ahead and install this today. And on the 2G DSM, if you have a manual transmission, doesn't matter if you're all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive, you have cruise control in the car. It runs off the cruise control switch, or you can just pick one up from the junkyard if you don't have it in the car and throw it in, whatever you want to do, and you can enable this feature and just run straight wire to the ECU. But anyway, this little wire, it's split. It's got a Y on one end and it's straight on the other end, and the instructions are pretty clear. You have two switches on your clutch. You have one to press the clutch to start the car, which I've disabled, and then you have the other one which activates or disables the cruise control. Once you're driving down the road and you hit the clutch, it turns cruise control off. So there's a little cruise control ECU, and this is a pretty simple installation. This wire basically intercepts that signal. You splice, there's a black with a red stripe wire on the back of the lower cruise control switch on the clutch pedal assembly. You cut that wire and you splice the Y connection, one going to the sensor, one going to the existing wire, and then the third end, the long end, goes all the way over to pin 91 of the ECU. Not pin 92, which is the ECU sensor ground, but pin 91. And what you do there is you cut the black wire that's there, you run this end into the ECU, and you leave the existing piece just hanging there. So we're going to go ahead and hook this up, and this is going to enable the no lift shift function. And I mean, I got it, might as well do it. I'm not going to the strip anytime soon, but still, I think it's a pretty cool idea when you're doing launch control or two-step, be able to rip down the road and not have to let up on the throttle to shift into the next gear. So without any further ado, let's go do. All right, folks, so we're down here on the driver's side floor, and I apologize again. I gotta get some carpet covers or something for over here. Ever since that clutch master cylinder let go over here, this floor has been stained black and it will not come out. If you guys have any suggestions, I've got a wet dry vac and some brushes for cleaning carpets. I may give it a whirl if there's some magical cleaner out there that'll help this out. But anyway, we're down here. We're gonna go ahead and take off this kick panel that's over here. We took that out to get to the ECU, and all it is a couple of screws we're going to pull out. Once we get those yanked out of the way and have access to our ECU pin out, we're going to find our little wire, which is going to be up under here by the clutch pedal, and we're going to give it the snippy snap and install our little wire in the bag there. So I've got my little heat gun, some electrical tape if need be. I've got my crimpers, which I don't really crimp with. I use them mainly for cutting. Another set of cutters just in case I can't reach. Got my flashlight, some heat shrink, and again, if you guys don't have these little heat shrink solder connectors, these are all-in-one connectors. I'm pretty sure you can see what they look like in there. The blue loops grip the wire, and there's solder on the inside, and it's all a heat shrink tube. These things are amazing. I've got 5 sets of these. Check them out on Amazon. Definitely worth it. Wiring is so easy when you have these things. But now that I've got all the goodies, I'm gonna start pulling things apart, and we're gonna get access to that wire. So let's go for it. Okay, boys, so we've got our kick panel out. I also pulled this lower panel under the dash, which is just a few 10mm bolts. This is your hood release, and there's 2 Phillips head screws that come out, and you can just slide this out, kind of similar to a throttle body. But I gained some access here, and this is going to be really difficult to give you guys an accurate shot of this. The clutch switch, oh boy, it's going to be a tough one. Let's see if I can get a glimpse at it here. Right there is the clutch switch. And if you look off the back of that clutch switch, you'll see it's this one right here. There is a black with a red stripe wire coming off of it. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a male butt connector here, and there's another one that's up above that, which is just going to be plain impossible to give you guys a good shot of. I actually used You might be able to see it right here. Yeah, there you go. See that little butt connector hanging in the background there? That's the one going to the switch. The other one that's just a little bit above it is the one that goes to the ECU, the cruise control ECU. Those were the worst wires to get to try to crimp some ends on. It says to just splice onto it, but I couldn't get it in there to strip the wire enough to do a splice, nor find enough room to put my fingers up in there to even attempt to twist some wire together and heat shrink it. So I used a heat shrink male butt connector on both of the ends. And then, let's see, back here on the ground, I have my harness, and this is the end right here that we're gonna connect to those. So we have the female purple wire is gonna go to the switch, and the female orange part is going to go to the ECU, the cruise control ECU. Then on the other end of this cable here, we have our other connection, which I still have to heat shrink over. This is gonna go to the actual engine computer to pin number 91, which is right up there, disconnected. And if you look at this, you'll see pin number 92 is the brown wire we hooked up for our AEM wideband, which if you look at the plug is on the bottom right-hand corner there. We want the next one in, the other black wire next to it. And we're gonna snip this right about here. We're gonna leave the part that's going into the harness hanging. I'll tape it off. And the part that's going to the plug, we're going to attach the other end of our orange wire to, heat shrink that, and call it a day. Then we plug that back in, put our whole mess back together, and hopefully we have no lift to shift enabled. And I'll tell you what, this is definitely the least fun job to do, but it's gonna be pretty rewarding once it's all done. It's just a really tight space, and I'm a big guy, so I mean it's really difficult to get these monstrous hands into these little tiny spaces up under the dash here. So I'm gonna sit you guys down for a few more minutes, get this thing all plugged in, insulate the connections, and hopefully move along with this project. So, all right, boys, I've got all this wired in. It's all set right in here. I've got the wires tucked out of the way. I plugged the ECU plug back in. Now, I just gotta spend 5 minutes and put this entire mess back together. Get my, the kick panel put back in. I gotta get the hood release put back in, make sure that all works, and then we're gonna test this thing out. All right, boys, so we've gotten in the car. Oh, we fired her up. Everything seems to be doing what it's supposed to. I got logged into Ecmlink here. I went down here to the RPM tab, and I have the enable clutch cut, no lift to shift option checked. I set just red line RPM so it doesn't mess with anything. And click save all to ECU. Now we're gonna go back over, let it hang out here for a minute. I'm gonna let this thing warm up. We're gonna go give her a whirl. She should work. I have faith. So forgive me, I may not have a good place to stick you guys, but I'm gonna give it a whirl and we'll see how it goes. I may stick you over here. It's on the passenger side for a minute. All right, so we're gonna give it a try. I'll be right back. Well, boys, it is now raining. I am out here at a local gas station. I was just driving down the road and I tried this out. No lift to shift works. It is so damn weird. It feels so weird. The second you're in the gas, you get it up higher RPM and then you just hit the clutch and shift without letting off. The first time I tried to do it, I had to consciously tell myself not to lift off the gas, and I still did. So I don't know how I'm gonna shoot this for you because I can't really stick this camera anywhere nice and point it at my feet to prove it. And I think I might need a cameraman, but damn, driving got more fun again. So forgive my excitement, guys. This is kind of funny. So yeah, next we're gonna be messing around with not necessarily anti-lag. I will show you guys how it works, and launch control and two-step, all that fun stuff. And we're also going to be building ourselves a brand new 3-inch, true 3-inch downpipe. And yeah, that's that. So if you guys are gonna plan on doing this little job yourselves, good luck reaching up under there. That's a very, very tight space to get to the two wires that you need, well, the one wire that you need to splice into, and the ECU wire. That's the simple part. Remember, 2G DSM, it's pin number 91. It's the second pin in from the bottom right, which is the 92 where we hooked up our wideband, which is the ECU sensor ground line. So read online to check out some of the forums and stuff if you guys are, you know, feeling like you can't get this knocked out yourselves. It's actually not too terrible. The hard part, like I said again, I know this is like 5 times, is that damn wire. It's such a tight space in there. So, and also make sure you don't get confused between the cruise control switch, which is the lower one, and the upper one, which is the clutch engagement to start the car switch. It's the safety switch. Anyway, boys, I know it's kind of a weird video all over the place, and I was fighting the, well, I was rushing to get rid of the, to get the job done before the rain started. I gotta head off and going to work now, but if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe. All you guys gotta subscribe. I see a lot of you guys are watching, but you're not subscribed. It all helps the channel. I think it definitely helps get to all the younger guys and the new guys in the DSM world that want to start modding things but aren't quite sure. And I know I'm a visual learner, so maybe reading the forums doesn't necessarily help them. So if you guys know a buddy that's into the DSMs and wants to do some of the stuff that I've done, point them on over to the channel, share it with a couple of your buddies. But anyway, guys, you guys take care. We'll see you again very, very soon at today's project, guys. Adios.